I want to start off with just the most easy, simple question for that needs to be answered. And this one is for Trevor. Trevor, what is lease here, pay here?
All right. Well, an excellent question. So lease here, pay here is essentially a model for doing in-house lending for subprime customers, right? It might be considered akin to buy here, pay here in some ways. There are some similarities for sure, but there's also some differences. And those differences primarily stem from, at a very high level, the fact that we use a lease contract as our financial instrument instead of a retail installment sales contract, which is what you would use for a traditional buy here, pay here program, traditional financing. Just a function of using that lease contract actually adds a whole host of benefits for both the dealership and the consumer. And we're going to touch on those in detail in a bit. But it's really that uniqueness of that lease structure and that lease contract that adds those benefits. LHPH and leasing is available in all 50 states. You can do this program or a similar program in any state in the nation. Some states have different sales tax rules, and some may have some nuance to their lease structure, but it can be done in all 50 states. And of course, the federal tax benefits apply across the board. Originally, leasing, LHPH specifically, came out of the independent world. It's been around for about 20 or 30 years, as far as we're aware. But as you mentioned earlier, it has started to appear in the franchise world. And Paul, of course, is a leader in that. So maybe we'll kick it over to Paul and see why he started.
Well, why I got into this, Sean elaborated initially, is obviously dealers have enjoyed record profits for the last few years. I did not think that was going to be sustainable, and I enjoyed having the record revenue and profits. So I wanted to come up with a way to supplement that. Additionally, I'm sure the dealers in the audience have found that the rates that are being offered, their traditional buyers, but specifically their subprime borrowers, has been going up exponentially. I've never seen higher rates and bank fees being offered, which basically leads to either losing deals or cutting deals to accommodate payments. But more importantly, is I'm a second generation car dealer. I have a third generation behind me. I'm always looking to expand my footprint. I have 5 dealerships in New Jersey. If dealers are in there listening, they understand the value or the cost of trying to acquire additional dealerships with the blue sky valuations in real estate. It's very high. But for a very minimal amount of investment, I chose to be the lender. I chose to start a different business model as being the lender, which supports my retail operations and helping me sell more cars, but also can be and will be as profitable as any single dealership with a fraction. I mean, a fraction of the investment. So for me, it was the right time. And I actually started the process 2.5 years ago, and I'm glad I did, because it does take a little bit of time to get operational and going.